Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld on the dangers of an administration promising this will be quick and dirty when it could leave more questions than answers. The Secretary now joins me on the phone. Secretary Rumsfeld, great to have you. What do you make of this and why we're doing this?
Well, it's very difficult for someone on the outside to know, first of all, what's happening on the ground, and second, what's in the minds of the administration. As you point out properly, the idea of demystifying what you're going to do for the enemy is mindless. I can't imagine what they're thinking, why they would want the Assad regime to be have crystal clarity with respect to what they intend. I must say this, I do think that we should all, if U.S. military forces are going to be involved in any way, we want to wish them Godspeed. I think that Secretary of State Kerry's been dealt a pretty bad hand as a result of decisions that's been made over the preceding 4 years by the Clinton State Department and the Obama White House. And I do concede that it's a complicated situation.
Now, I know, Secretary, that we're not into regime change, and that whether this is the Obama administration's way of saying we're not going to do what Bush and Rumsfeld and Cheney did, you know the line. We're going to keep this guy in power. It's not about taking him out of power. It's about defanging him. But let's say you take the chemical weapons away, Secretary. He still has guns. He still presumably has tanks. He still has the power to kill his people, albeit not with chemicals. So for what?
Well, Neil, I think he's estimated to have killed close to 100,000 Syrian people before the use of chemical weapons.
You're exactly right.
So, I mean, you're quite right. If this is a humanitarian mission, one thing that's very interesting, it seems to me, is that there really hasn't been any indication from the administration as to what our national interest is with respect to this particular situation. If you think of what's really important in that region, it is two things. It's Iran's nuclear program and the relationship between Iran and Syria, the Assad regime, with respect to funding terrorists that go around killing innocent men, women, and children, including Americans.
Do you think that Russia or China act on their threats, don't do anything, don't attack Syria? Would they do? More bluff? What?
Well, it's hard to know. I mean, there's no question but that each of those two countries, the People's Republic of China and Russia, have leaders that are fundamentally opposed to our values and our interests. And we have a lot of interests around the world, and they have the capability of doing things that are adverse to our interests. And the fundamental problem we've got in the United States is that this administration has been in a withdrawal mode, in a apology mode, in a mode of managing our economy in a way that tells the world we're not going to be the kind of a factor in 2, 5, 6, 8, 10 years going out. And therefore that vacuum we've created is being filled by people who don't have our values or our interests, and that gives China and Russia an opportunity to do things that are fundamentally against what we as a country and the American people would prefer to have happen.
Donald Rumsfeld, thank you very much. Good hearing you again.
Well, Neil, whatever happens, we certainly have to hope that it works out well from our country's standpoint.
No, I hear you on that, sir. Thank you very, very much.